My first car was a Datsun Sunny. It was a metallic brown and it was a sports car. The salesperson gave me the car keys and I remember going to the front, the seat, and he said, "Here's the car key." So I went in, sat down and felt the steering wheel and I felt, wow, I've got a car.
64-year-old Jagdish was one of the first South Asian women in the UK to drive a car in the 70s, a time when it was unusual to see women, let alone South Asian women drivers.
I learned to drive in 1977, and in those days very few women drove. Girls in those days left school at 15, 16, worked 2 years in a factory, and they were married. The community where we lived was a backward community. It was a community that listened what everybody said. So if you did something outside what they were said, it was very much frowned on.
West Midlands-based artist Devinder Bansal has recently launched a project that captures the stories and experiences of women like Jagdish who dare to defy the driving taboo of the 70s.
The project, Asian Women and Cars, The Road to Independence, was really inspired by a conversation that I had with a female relative who told me that without her being able to drive, she couldn't have taken 3 or 4 jobs, gone further afield, done night shifts, and been able to really get some economic freedom. And at that time, I also had a conversation with my mother, and she told me that she had this real passion and desire to want to learn to drive, but my father really didn't encourage it, and she sort of took a few lessons and then stopped.
But despite the obstacles that Jagdish faced, she went on to pave the way for future South Asian women drivers.
It opened up opportunities for girls the same age as me and younger, because they said to their parents, "Well, she can do it, we can do it."
They are the pioneering generation of women who have actually inspired women like me to go out and get an education, to follow our dreams.
Gaggan, Sabherwal, BBC News, Birmingham.